Fred Richani here for the SportsCourier.com at Bullion. We're kicking it in FWE Entertainment, joined by Jay Lethal. How you doing, Jay?
Pretty good. And yourself?
Pretty good. And what brings you here today?
The great FW action. We got a big show stacked from top to bottom, and I'm going to be on the show as well. So hopefully you'll be entertained, and so will the people here.
And you are a former X Division champion.
I am.
In TNA Impact Wrestling. But a lot of people wondering, what have you been doing since TNA? And I know you went to Ring of Honor, and you want to tell people what you've been doing, because I heard you got a little bit of gold around your waist.
You just said it. I'm currently with Ring of Honor, which anybody can watch Ring of Honor at ringofhonorwrestling.com. And also, you did your homework, I see. I am the television champion. So if Ring of Honor doesn't come on a television station or channel near you, you can always watch all the episodes at ringofhonorwrestling.com.
And we're kicking it, we're talking about inspiring others, trying to help people rise above bullying.
Yeah.
And one guy that really inspired you that we unfortunately lost last year was the Macho Man, Randy Savage, who you impersonated multiple times and also wrestled in tribute to him as Black Machismo. And I love the poem, by the way, that you did for him. And just talk a little bit about his influence on you, because we have a lot of younger fans that watch this that may have heard of Macho Man through the Slim Jim commercials and everything. But how big of an impact did he really leave on the wrestling business and on yourself? Well,
as far as today's theme goes, the bullying campaign that we got going, we're kicking it together. Every time you've seen the Macho Man in some kind of social setting where he was on television outside of the wrestling ring, he was always surrounded by kids, whether it was signing autographs, hoisting one of them up onto his shoulders. I'm sure if he were alive today, he would very likely be here with the kicking it. Bullying, kicking it, because he was a very big supporter of just having fun and being safe all around, So, that's one of the things that kind of rubbed off on me, him being my idol growing up. The Macho Man Randy Savage is one reason that I am a professional wrestler today. So I like to take everything that I could from him. Even though I never got to meet him face-to-face, I did get to talk to him on the phone several times. He was a really cool person. And just by talking to him, I could hear he was just an all-around nice guy. I wish I could have met him, though. But, yeah, I have no doubt about it that he would be here today if he could. Kicking it. That's bullying, by the way.
And you're certainly an inspiration, a fellow Jersey boy.
Yeah,
from Freehold. You're from Elizabeth, if I'm not mistaken.
Not too far away.
And you did get to work with one of your idols, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Yes.
What was that like, coming up from the indies, busting your butt, working really hard, really showing hard work pays off, getting into a program with Ric Flair, and also being able to get a couple wins over him?
Right. To sum it up, that was probably the greatest day of my life. And I keep trying to tie everything into the bullying theme today. Ric Flair was another one of my idols, and I could have never been a professional wrestler if it weren't for him, if it weren't for going to school, studying, staying focused. And, a little side note, my parents told me, if your grades aren't right, then you can't be a professional wrestler. So my grades always had to be, kept up. And as far as being in school, I'm talking about grades. Everybody who's gone through the school system has seen somebody bullied or they've been a part of it. And I think it's real cool that we got this whole bullying, we're kicking it together thing going on, because I think that's the number one thing about bullying. There's not one just person can get rid of it. It takes a group, and we got to kick this thing together.
And with bullying, a lot of kids sometimes they do suffer some setbacks and everything. Yeah. What could you recommend to them that get through all that? Because it is tough. When you're a kid, sometimes you don't know what to do. Sometimes you can't talk to your parents. Or you feel like you can't disclose something to a teacher.
Right.
What's the best advice you give to kids that are being bullied or see bullying?
The best advice I can give is you can't hold this to yourself. And like you said, sometimes it's hard to talk to certain people. It's hard to tell a teacher because maybe the bully will find out. Maybe it's hard to even talk to your parents. Unfortunately, I would hate to have a situation where it'd be hard to go to your parents for something. But there's always somebody out there that you can talk to. And please, if you see bullying or you're a part of it, find that one person that's just easy for you to talk to and let them know as fast as you can.
Well, Jay Lethal, definitely an inspiration. Where can fans find you online?
This is the age of social networking and social media, so I have everything. I have a Twitter, which is The Lethal J. I have a website, thelethalj.com. I have a Facebook, The Lethal J. That seems to be the theme, right? So, there's just go to Google and type in The Lethal J, and all my stuff will come up.
And go to Google and type in Bullion, we're kicking it.
That's what it is.